So welcome back to the Impact Arena. Getting dark outside. It's 7:15 in the evening here. And first round of action at the HSBC BWF World Tour Finals. 3 days of group play. And then the top two from each group will progress to the semi-final knockout stage. Well, our next match is an all-Thailand affair. The former world champion Ratchanok Intanon up against Pornpawee Chochuwong. This is a Group B match, and as per the rules, if there's two players from the same nation in one group, they must play each other on the first day of competition. Well, if you were with us earlier, you will have seen that Tai Su Ying, the two-time former champion, beat the one-time former champion Pusala Venkata Sindhu in 3 games, 21-17 in the deciding game of their group match. So as far as Ratchanok Intanon is concerned, her win-loss record translates into 38 career finals, 21 titles. Her opponents, 4 titles from 9 finals reached. And perhaps most importantly for Pornpawee Chochuwong is the fact that she won one of the qualifying events. That was the Spain Masters last February. Beat Carolina Marin in the final of that event in Barcelona.
On court 1, women's single, Group B. Ratchanok Intanon from Thailand.
So Ratchanok Intanon
Pornpawee Chochuwong
making her 8th
Thailand.
appearance at the end of season championships, her 7th consecutive appearance. And that is what I call consistency. And when you consider she's only 25 years of age, that's astonishing.
Belgium.
So here is
Service
Pornpawee
jet.
Chochuwong
Robertus Tommy Oscariano from Indonesia.
making her first appearance at the end of season championships. One of 3 players in the women's singles, because in Group A, Ansi Young is making her first appearance, and so too is Evgenia Kositskaya from Russia. But in Group B, the only debutante. So our umpire for this one will be Bert van Horenbeck.
Red or black? Red. It's black. Service. That side. Have a good match.
So Ratchanok won the toss and chose to serve. And as you saw, this will be the 3rd meeting between these 2 players, and Ratchanok Intanon won the previous 2. Last time they met was the semi-final of the Thailand Open 500 in 2019. It was 3 games, 1 hour and 21 minutes for that semi-final. So Ratchanok Intanon won her world title back in 2013. Actually got a couple of medals, because at the last World Championships she got a bronze medal as well. She was world number 1 for 2 weeks in 2016, but currently 5, as you can see. And as far as her World Tour campaign to get to these World Tour finals, 1 title, that was the Indonesian Masters at the beginning of last year, beat Carolina Marin in 3 games in the final. Her opponents, Pornpawee Chochuwong, turned 23 last Friday, the day she was losing in the quarterfinal of the Toyota Thailand Open. Lost to Ansi Young. And she was born in Rayong on the east coast of the Gulf of Thailand. Currently number 13 in the world. She's actually the 3rd ranked player from Thailand on the women's singles world ranking, because Busanan Ongbangorangpan is number 12, but she finished the year at number 5 on the race to these World Tour finals. So no player from Thailand has ever won any title in any discipline at the end of season championships. Only players from our host nation this year to ever contest a final at the end of season championships was Sukhit Prakamol and Sarali Tongtongkam back in 2010 Super Series finals, which was actually played like this in January 2011. So it's not the first time we've had the end of season championships out of the calendar year of which the World Tour has taken place. Well, I thought last week Ratchanok Intanon was playing extremely well. Semi-final against Tai Soo-ying. She had 4 match points but failed to convert.
And on my left, Ratchanok Intanon, Thailand. Ratchanok Intanon to serve. Low ball. Late.
So Ratchanok Intanon, nearest to us, the former world champion. So the first thing to note, Steen, is the fact that both these players, despite coming from the same country, have their own coaches sitting behind the court, because Chochuwong is an independent player.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's
Good gracious,
great.
that went over.
It came. Yeah, I don't know if Ngan Salisuk is national coach, but he's at least the coach of Ratchanok Intanon.
Yeah.
And I think I also saw him sitting behind Kulna with Vitsi-san.
3 low.
Yeah, I agree with you regarding Ratchanok's play last week, Jill. She was playing magnificently until she got those 4 match points against Tai Soo-ying, and I think actually it would have been interesting to see her play Carolina Marin in the final.
4 low.
One of the differences between Tai Soo-ying and Ratchanok is that Ratchanok has got a little bit bigger reach, a bit taller than Tai Soo-ying, and that sometimes is an advantage in the 2 players head to head, but it can also be an advantage against other players.
5 low.
Well, that was a wonderful angled shot from Ratchanok Intanon there.
Here he is, Ngan Salisuk.
Reserve 1-5.
Yeah, wry smile from Ratchanok Intanon.
5 Pornpawee.
Misses with that. It is extraordinary to think that this is her 8th appearance and 7th consecutive at the end of season championships. Ratchanok Intanon, I know she's going to celebrate her 26th birthday in 9 days' time, but she is only 25. I mean, that's extraordinary, isn't it? Been so consistent for so long, but then she won the World Championship when she was only 18. So,
And 3 times World Junior Championships, where as I understand it, she could have played more junior championships.
Yes, she
right?
could have done.
Twice.
Mm.
So she could have reached 5 World Junior Championships had she been able to win them as well. So, an extraordinary talent.
And a beautiful player to watch. Lovely movements, racket skills, and an easy, relaxed hitting motion.
Yeah.
Seems to produce shots with no effort, but I can assure you it's all about technique and timing.
It's over. 3-7.
We've discussed this thing about this being the 3rd big tournament in a row, and some players might be a little bit tired physically, mentally, being camping here in Bangkok, but you must expect that the home players, I mean, if I were to play 3 big tournaments, then I would really like it to be in my home country.
Yeah, but I mean, they've been at the hotel as well, haven't they?
They have.
No, everybody's been in quarantine bubbles. And there's been bubbles within bubbles. Us commentators are in a bubble.
Yeah. And I'm also in my own bubble in terms of Hawkeye. I've awarded myself 3 games quarantine for trying to predict any Hawkeye call. So it's really been bad this month here. Yeah, we're only going up in the elevator with other officials, players going up together and so on.
Yes, everybody's segregated. Only people from your own bubble allowed in the elevator at any one time. I have to say it's been brilliantly organised. Oh, that's just wide, and it's long.
Yeah.
What's Chochuwong got to do here tactically?
Yeah, it's difficult because we can see that she's trying to put more pressure on Ratchanok's long backhand side. That's the safe corner, or as safe as you get it when playing this far side of the court. Sideways drift helps it in, but the drift lengthwise is taking it out, but it's still the slowest corner for Chochuwong of the 2.
Look at that.
And it makes it very difficult for her, because I mean she basically has to attack Ratchanok and then play some lifts and clears with small deceptions on to the backline corners, but it's more than difficult enough without drift, I think, and she's very easily put under pressure. So it's important to stay in balance, but shots like that, even if she gets it, it's difficult to control it, and she'll be under pressure the next one as well.
Yeah. So a 7-point advantage for Ratchanok Intanon.
ทีนี้เวลาลูกมาดูวิธีขึ้นวิธีลูกมายกมาวิธีลูกมาหน้าแล้วก็มาไปก่อนแต่ขาพร้อมบางทีเมตีมีสมาธิกับเกมนะบุกได้ก็บุกแต่ว่าบุกถ้าบุกก็ตามบุกตามไม่ใช่บุกก็จะเอาตายบุกก็ตายนะ
Thank you.
ได้
เพิ่มขาเร็วนิดหน่อย
Well, it's interesting in this Group B, there is only one player in the group who has not contested a World Tour qualifying event final during the qualifying period, and that's the 2-time finalist and 1-time champion, Pusala Venkata Sindhu.
The world champion.
The world champion.
12-4.
Yeah, it is. And just to follow up on the question from before the interval, I think basically I think the advice would be, if I were the coach of Chochuwong, to use as little energy as possible whilst losing this first game. So basically a sort of Chen Jin approach to it, the former Chinese world champion who went on to become the women's singles coach later on. That was perhaps not his biggest force, but as a player I've often seen him, if he started on the more difficult side, he didn't really go to win. He didn't look to win the first game, as far as I could tell. He was looking to conserve energy so that he had 2 games left, whereas a half game in the decider would be really, really tough, but he would have saved as much energy as possible to apply that playing style that's needed for that side of the court, which is attack.
Oh, that's delightful. Just rolling that racket head to play the cross-court shot at the last moment. Look, you can't tell that's coming.
No.
Can't tell at all. Beautiful disguise.
Easy mistake from Ratchanok here, and the problem is when you play that backhand corner there, it's a little bit too obvious for an experienced opponent that this is the corner you're going to go for. So at this moment in our 3-week tournament series here, you basically should have so much touch and feel for the court that you should be able to play the faster corner as well. And if you don't, then you put yourself behind the opponents that are sort of adapted to the playing conditions in here in the impact arena.
Oh, that's
Oi,
oh,
oi, oi.
my goodness gracious.
Talking about adaptation, but I hope they find the shuttle again. Yeah, she wants to change Ratchanok. That was a bad shuttle.
Yeah, nothing to do with the shot production.
No, no, no. Monday shuttle.
Yeah, that was sort of a half smash. That's clever variation from Intanon. Missed it. Oh, she's challenging. I don't think she'll win that.
No.
I saw that as clearly out. Here we go. Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful.
She does bring some very odd challenges, doesn't she, Ratchanok Intanon? I'd love to know what her percentage correct challenges are.
That's not very high, I can tell you that. And that's because at least the first year, when there was only 2 challenges per match, it was not uncommon that before the interval in the first game, Ratchanok had already used the 2 challenges. What's going on in practice when you challenge shots like that? I mean, in practice, if you become a little bit annoyed with your opponent because she calls shots like that out that are clearly out, but you think they're good, I mean, it's sort of like creates a bad environment.
Yeah. Well. Only 4 points in it now. And what has Chochuwong actually done to win these points? She hasn't.
I can't see it.
Ratchanok has just lost points.
Yeah.
Oh. That's dispatched very efficiently. Wasn't the best of shots from Chochuwong. It's still a lovely put away from Ratchanok Intanon.
Over 12-16.
I don't know if this is the price for being able to watch such beautiful technical skills as that smash there.
Yeah.
Maybe the price is that we have to accept these mistakes that are really, I mean, they're hard to watch.
When you say hard to watch, you mean frustrating to watch?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's over 13.
And I think, I'm positive that performances like this, like squandering 4 match points against Tai Tzu Ying, and I mean losing to some not that you shouldn't lose to Tai Tzu Ying, but I've seen Ratchanok lose matches that she should not lose against other players, and playing loose rallies.
That's delightful.
And I mean, you could say, okay, she's already won the World Championships. That's great. No matter how she'll do for the rest of her career, it will still be a great career. I get it, but if she wants to win more, then I think she's got to do better in situations like this, in situations like the one with Tai Tzu Ying. I'm not saying that you can't squander 4 match points against Tai Tzu Ying, because that's definitely possible. It's just, it's not the first time, as I recall it, and I think the consistency, saying, okay, I want to play, one of my goals is to play every rally as well as possible. Not as beautiful as possible, but as well as possible. That would eventually help Ratchanok Intanon win more matches, more championships, because...
But I don't think she necessarily thinks like that. I don't think that
I think you're right.
That she's thinking, oh, I've got to play this beautiful game, that, I have these wonderful shots and...
Yeah, I think you're probably right, Jill. And that...
I mean, you can have wonderful shots and still have a killer instinct. I mean, Roger Federer has beautiful shots and he still has a killer instinct.
Yeah.
I think the problem that I see with Ratchanok Intanon is that on occasions she doesn't show enough urgency within the rally to actually finish the rally off. She has chances in the rally, and she doesn't take those chances.
Exactly.
That was an important rally for Ratchanok.
But I see that also as a little bit of a I'm not sure I can find the right English word here, but a mental attitude towards it. I mean, do you accept, what level of mistakes do you accept? I think that's important.
That's gone long, and it's game point opportunities.
20, game point 15.
So she definitely has the potential, Ratchanok.
Oh, thundered off the top of the tape there. That final smash from Ratchanok Intanon, and the opening game 21-15. "19 minutes for the opening game."
น่าจะแบบหนูเร็วนะแบบว่าหนูไปแบบมือแบบไม่ได้คุม
ใช่เมย์เร็วแล้วเมย์จะเอาแบบแม่นเอาตาเมย์เร็วกับเมย์แล้วนะเมย์เร็วมากใช้สองสายไม่เก่งเลยนะแล้วเมย์เร็วปุ๊บทีนี้เลี้ย80%ถ้าเร็ว80%ก็ได้ที่ยังเป็นต้องแบบโอ้เร็วๆแล้วแบบทางมือหมดตีคอร์ดอ่ะตีคอร์ดแต่ตีเราเลือกเล่นได้
จะปั้นให้มันสวย
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เอาไม่บางทีไม่ต้องไม่มั่นใจตียาวไปก่อนก็ได้เข้าใจป่ะบางทีตีสี่เหลี่ยมหรือยาวๆไปก่อนก็ได้ดังนั้นต้องให้กล้าให้เร็วกว่านี้เข้าใจป่ะระวังเขาบุกตอนนี้เราบุกป้องกันเร็วกล้าเลี้ยวกล้าอะไรแจกเขาวิ่งฝั่งนี้ต้านลมบอกแล้วจะทำยังไงดึงให้เขามาข้างหน้าก่อนได้แล้วจ้องไปหลังไม่ใช่แทงอย่างเดียวไปนะสี่มุมหน้า
Forward 1, 20 seconds. Forward 1, 20 seconds.
8.
Well, at one stage in that opening game, Ratchanok Intanon had a 9-point advantage.
Second game.
14-5, but it
Level.
got much
Play.
closer in the end. Now, Steve, before we really get settled into this second game, you said something towards the end of that first game which has not bothered me but slightly confused me. I need clarification, because you said Ratchanok has got the potential. Well, she's already been world number one, she's already been world champion. What do you mean that she's got the potential?
I think she's got the potential to have been more dominating in terms of wins and ranking positions than she has been. Because we saw when Tai Su-ying was on that incredible winning streak where she won like more than 30 matches and so on, won numerous tournaments. The only one who was able to challenge her at that time, not within the 30 matches though, but from time to time challenged Tai Su-ying, who was clearly the best in the world in that period of time. That was Ratchanok Intanon.
Yeah.
So in terms of the potential that she shows in terms of movement, racket skills and so on, I still feel that that potential has not been fulfilled totally up until now. And I think the more experiences you get with things slipping away from you, the more difficult it becomes to deliver when it matters most.
Yeah.
Serves over.
Well, she really
1-3.
stepped forward, lunged forward to take this final net shot as early as possible. And look at that tight spinning net shot, that's a beauty. I also felt when you were talking towards the end of that opening game that, you know, you were talking about, did she sort of think about, you know, I want to play this beautiful game, rather than the killer instinct. And I couldn't help but think about one of your Danish players, Peter Gade, who I was told that he felt he had to win the right way. It wasn't worth winning if he won the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, and which to me is the competitive nature of sport. You know, the Brad Gilbert book, Winning Ugly. Yeah. You know, the whole purpose of sport is to try and beat your opponent.
Yes.
And I'm not suggesting crossing lines or anything, but if you have to dig deep and if you have to just, you know, run and run rather than having the beautiful shots of a Roger Federer or the beautiful shots of a Ratchanok Intanon, you know.
Try to win any which way you can, in my opinion. And I just have to accept that other people look at it differently. But if you looked at only individual rallies, so you saw 3-4 Ratchanok rallies and 3-4 Sindhu's rallies and Tashi Ying's rallies and Marine's rallies and so on, then you would say, wow,
that's a beauty.
That must be one of the best badminton players. But there are others that are more consistent, that thrive in pressure situations and so on.
Yeah, but that's the beauty. That's the whole point of sport, where you have one single opponent, because it's you against them. It's not like gymnastics or diving where it's subjective and you've got to look beautiful, you've got to have technical skills, and it's somebody else's opinion as to who has done the best. In badminton, where it's a combat sport in essence, is that you've got to beat that person. If you don't have the same skills but you've got other qualities, that's what makes it so fascinating.
Yeah. You don't have to be the best player in the tournament, you just have to be the best player in your match every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's well played.
Super shot.
What a great start from Chochuwong.
3-6.
Completely mistimed that.
7-3.
Yeah.
Serve is over.
It's a well constructed rally.
4-7.
Oh my goodness. Oh, just lost her spatial awareness there with the full pirouette. That's clever play from Pornpawee. Oh, that's a beauty.
Over.
I think we're seeing a little bit of urgency with Ratchanok. I think she realises she's in a spot of bother in this second game.
Especially in these group stage matches, it's so important if you can conserve energy and don't have to play an extra game.
shot from Pornpawee. Well left. Yeah, because this Group B is a toughie, isn't it? We've got these two players, Tai Su Ying and Pusala Venkata Sindhu.
Yeah, and Ratchanok is going to play Sindhu tomorrow. Oh no, I'm not sure about that actually.
It's over.
Is she?
9.
Because it's same nation match, so we can't rely on the same.
Yes, Ratchanok will indeed play Pusala Venkata Sindhu tomorrow.
Well, then I was lucky because I thought it was normal order of play in the group, but that's not the case since both players represent Thailand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might be right, Jill.
It's over.
Looks like she's trying to up the pace a little bit.
It's gone wide.
Serves over. Then 7.
First service error of the match, I think.
8-10.
So to the mid-game interval,
11-8
and Pornpawee Chochuwong has a 3-point advantage.
Lọt เซฟกระชากใครนะบางทีเราตบจังหวะเดียวมันไม่ตายใครว่ามีถ้าจะตบเยอะเคาะนำทางไปก่อนแล้วค่อยเข้าไปข้างหน้าก็กล้าเล่นอะไรก็ได้จะเลี้ยวจะผลักหรืออะไรก็ได้นะเพราะฉะนั้นสำคัญที่สุดเราต้องทำเกมเป็นฝ่ายจี้อยู่ตลอดระวัง
Thank you.
Well, the last time these two players met, it was 3 games. It was a marathon match, an hour and 21 minutes in total.
Late.
And that was here in Bangkok in 2019.
Serves over.
But I don't believe it was at this stadium, though.
9-11.
No, when we played previously here, that was one time, that was in 2018 for the Uber Cup, where Ratchanok also played extremely good badminton, leading Thailand to the silver. Was it the first time? It was the first time.
It was.
Challenges.
Beat China in the semi-final.
Out.
There's a challenge here from Pornpawee Chochuwong. I saw that as out. Yeah.
Challenge unsuccessful. 1 challenge remaining. 10-11. Late.
Oh, that's a lovely shot.
Serves over. 12-10.
And that's the key for Chochuwong, is to get Ratchanok to play too many shots from below the top of the tape. Too many shots from a defensive position. She's retrieving well there, Chochuwong.
That's a great lift. Yeah, just long.
Thirteen 10.
Yeah.
14-10.
Can't afford errors like that, I don't think. That was
15-10.
really good shot from Chochuwong to get Ratchanok in such trouble in her deep backhand corner.
And it's things like this that Chen Yufei is doing to Ratchanok Intanon every single time she plays her, except back in 2018 in this arena where Ratchanok got the only win in the head-to-head against Chen Yufei. Just going back to the discussion we had about efficiency and tactical skills and so on.
Nicely done.
17.
Well, it was a good World Junior Championship year, 2016, when Chochuwong won the silver medal because she lost to Chen Yufei in the final. That was in Bilbao. Well, I think we're going to be treated to a third and deciding game.
Yeah. I think you're right, John.
But this is 7 straight points for Chochuwong. I mean, in all honesty, it goes back to the point we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Ratchanok should not be losing 7 straight points. She's too good to do that.
Yeah. We also talked about it, and what makes it so enjoyable watching her, that she is playing in the words meaning of having fun while on court, and I think you're right when you say that she doesn't look at it the way I look at it. She wants to have fun and try things and win in a certain way.
Yeah, that got deflected by the net cord. Made it very difficult on the defensive shot from Ratchanok.
19-11.
So game point opportunities.
20, game point 11.
Brilliant. But it's 10 of 11 points
Second game won by
from
Pornpawee
11-10
Chochuwong,
scoreline
21
to closing out the game
1 game
21-11.
all.
Second game to Pornpawee Chochuwong. And been far more adventurous and decisive in her play now.
ตีเก
among
ม
the two
เข้าใจป่ะ
players.
บีบข้างหน้าบีบข้างหน้า ถ้าเราตีโชยๆนะพอยิ่งเข้ามาข้างหน้ายิ่งมันขัดเราเลยฝั่งนี้ยอมเหนื่อยหน่อยเอาเคาะลงให้บีบข้างหน้าอะไรนะหยอดได้หรือว่านะตีเหมือนบีบเกินเหมือนระบุกอย่างเดียวแต่ไม่มีจังหวะขึ้นหลังได้เปิดเกมดีๆเอา5 แต้มแรกก่อนมีสมาธิ5 แต้มแรกใช่ไหมไม่เป็นไรนะเป็นที่ตีที่หนุกออกเสียแล้วป้าแล้วก็ตีอาจจะรอเขาเสียไม่เสียนะเอาไหมพาก่อนเฮ้ยสบายจิตั้งใจเปิด5 แต้มแรกดีๆ
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Well, we talked in our previous match, Steen, about the necessity to get a
Final
good start
game.
in the deciding game.
Lavol. Play.
Yeah, and it's going to be some important rallies. Right.
This is where I find it strange that Ratchanok Intanon or any player
1 love.
wins the toss of the coin, and there is a definite drift. We've been playing here for 3 weeks now. This is the 3rd week, and you know about the drift. You must, as a player, have a favoured end, whether you want to start the good end or whether you want to, thinking if it goes to 3 games, finish a good end.
Yeah.
But the ends make a difference. Why do you choose serve as Ratchanok did? I just don't get it.
I've asked some Danish players. They say, okay, we feel when we're serving we always start well. There was a doubles pair, and I think to myself, well, that's just rubbish.
Yeah.
Do the stats.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter whether you serve or you don't serve, in my opinion.
1,
But
2.
in drifty conditions, it can matter which side you're finishing on. I would say though that I feel Ratchanok can play well on both sides. So we're going to see her attack when they change ends and have more urgency in her play. But the thing is, what about your opponent?
Yeah.
What do we think about them? I mean, there's definitely some opponents that are not really keen on playing, on finishing the match, playing with the drift. No doubt about it, because when they are being forced to attack when they really don't want to attack. We saw it, amongst others, when Victor Axelsen came forward on the international circuit. He was not really playing well with the drift. It's a fantastic rally, this one.
Might well be the longest rally of the match so far as well.
Excellent work. Excellent work by Chochuwong.
Yeah.
3,
Tight
2.
net shot, force the short lift. Yeah, look where she's smashing from. Only the half-court area. Where her feet are when she plays this smash. Yeah, literally half-court.
She's working hard. Chochuwong.
Yeah.
Question is whether she has the stamina to do it, and it's also a thing that she didn't have to work too hard for that second game. We've often seen Ratchanok in situations like this where she's a little loose from the beginning of the third game and it's more or less equal, and we think now her opponent has the upper hand when she plays the better part of the court, and then suddenly she doesn't have that upper hand anyway. But it's leaving things more and more to luck, in my opinion, because there will be a certain element of luck in it, whether your net cord tumbles over or stays on your side. Oh, that's well played.
Yeah, she needed to break that run of points because that would have been 5 straight points.
3-5.
Oh, yes, that's found the line. My goodness.
4-5.
It's one of the shots that you hope that you can control even on the fast side. You can really play it with a lot of margin. It doesn't have to be close to the back line.
Yeah, clever smash.
Serves over.
I haven't seen many body smashes, have we?
No. She showed that she can play drifty conditions, Chochuwong, when she beat Marina on home soil in Barcelona. I was calling that match, and she was indeed finishing on the presumably good side of the court, was Chochuwong.
Eight, 5.
Oh, dear me.
9-5.
Overdone it.
Yeah.
Oh, she's challenging that. Yes, that was called in. I thought that was going out.
Pornpawee Chochuwong challenges called in.
So will it be 10-5 or 9-6? Here we go. Yeah, caught the line.
Challenge
Well done, line judge.
successful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 6-9. Play.
Oh my goodness. Spinning net shot off our spinning net shot. This is a good rally. This is an important rally. Oh, and a lucky net cord from Pornpawee Chochuwong.
10-6.
Well, you talked earlier, Steen, about a bit of luck here and there.
Yeah, these are some of the situations where, I mean, one net cord is okay, but if it goes to 2 and 3 that goes against you, then
Yeah.
it becomes difficult.
Ah, yes, that's a classic Ratchanok
Serve over.
Intanon shot there.
Yeah, it is.
7-10.
I wonder whether leading against your idol in the because you must be an idol somehow for, or at least an inspiration for Chochuwong, whether that will make or play into the tenseness of Chochuwong.
Just long.
8-10.
Oh,
Splendid.
that's perfect, perfect placement.
Nine, 10.
Short. Oh my goodness me.
11-9.
What a missed
Interval,
opportunity
change end.
from Ratchanok Intanon. So it is Pornpawee Chochuwong who has the advantage, a 2-point advantage as the players change ends in this deciding game. My goodness me, that can be dispiriting when you have such an opportunity and you miss it.
พอเรานานเขาก็เร่งเหมือนกันเห็นไหมเราเล่นถ้าเราเร่งมาเรารับได้เราตีได้เข้าใจไหมอย่าบีบตัวเองฝั่งนี้ตียังไงเหมือนเดิมนะแต่อย่าโชยอย่าช้าเข้าใจไหมเร็วแต่หลากหลายด้วย
20 seconds.
เข้าใจไหมอย่าระวังลูกฝีมือเขาอย่างเดียวข้างหน้านะ
มีกระชากนะ
ได้โอเคนะกระชากออกจังหวะได้นะ
11-9.
Well, if the former world champion is to come through this match against her compatriot, it's going to have to come from behind. That's well left.
Serves over. 10-11.
Oh my goodness.
That's well played.
Yeah.
Now we're in for the
Serves over.
fireworks.
12-10.
Where we're going to battle for the attack. I love that she's taking up the challenge, Chochuwong, instead of just thinking that she can play the whole court and it's okay to lift.
13-10.
I wish I'd been keeping count of the number of unforced errors on the return of serve from Ratchanok. Oh, that's a good shot.
Ooh.
Didn't follow it up.
Over.
No,
Thought it was going to be a winner.
I think so too.
11-13.
She-
Over.
I don't know what happened there.
14-11.
Didn't seem to really stay with the shot.
Still totally open.
12-14.
This third game. I think she needs to cut down on the mistakes, Ratchanok Intanon. Good shot.
Oh, yes. The key is taking it early, isn't it?
13-14.
When she comes forward to the net, racket carriage is high. And then she's got the options. Oh, that's a great serve. My goodness me. Changing the angle, serving out wide. And that was perfection. Back level, 14 all. And indeed, into the lead.
Group A, Marcus Ellis and Lawrence Smith from England versus Seo Sun Jen and Chae Yu Jin from Korea. Umpire, Wahyana from Indonesia. Service check.
What on earth has happened here, Steen?
16-14.
Well,
I mean,
there's
suddenly,
no mistakes.
yeah. She was 6-10 down in this deciding game.
I don't know if I'm correct, but if I am, then Ratchanok Intanon has only ever lost to 2 players from Thailand in international tournaments.
And those two being?
Jindapan in
Reserve
Smiling Fish International.
15-16.
Oh, crikey, she was probably about 13 at the time, was she?
Yeah. And Sapsaray Terachanatai, both in 2009. Take it with a grain of salt, but
Yeah,
she
she
hasn't
was
lost a whole lot of matches.
She was 14 at the time then.
I think she's tensed.
16-0.
I think they're both tense.
Yeah. Oi, oi, oi.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh, my heart missed a beat there. She's all right. I think she just stumbled.
17-16.
Let's have another look at that. Oh, I'm not sure. Did the knee go?
No, I don't think so.
No? Oh, that'll certainly unnerve her. Let's have another. Oh, it was the ankle.
Yeah.
It was the ankle. Right ankle. Oh dear. No, she seems to be okay.
Serves over.
That's interesting to me, Steen.
17-all.
The little verbal celebration there from Chochuwong.
Yeah, and Ratchanok is not picking up the shuttle. Chochuwong had to get it herself.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That's a fantastic shot.
18-17.
Such an important point.
Wow. Great defense.
Oh, she's done it again. She's done it again. 2 consecutive rallies. She's played that round the head cross-court shot, Chochuwong, for an outright winner.
Yeah. An excellent defense ahead of that, because Ratchanok is really trying her best in the attack, but she's doing well in moving Ratchanok from side to side. The question is, now she's in a little bit of a winning position again. How does that affect the nerves?
Well, the match clock has just ticked over the hour mark.
Going wide.
Oh, yeah. Well, that took courage.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Yeah.
19.
But this is exactly my point. Now it's a lot down to luck whether Ratchanok survives this or not.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take anything away from Chochuwong, because she's of course played brilliantly, but I still think there was a couple of mistakes that could have been avoided.
It's match point opportunities.
Service over.
As that attempted winner cross court from
20.
Ratchanok drifts wide.
Match point 18.
No question, it was wide. 2 match point opportunities for Pornpawee Chochuwong.
Game.
And she's done it. The younger player, Pornpawee Chochuwong, records her first
Match
ever victory
won by Pornpawee
over the former
Chochuwong,
world champion,
15,
Ratchanok
21,
Intanon.
21-11, 21-18.
There's the final rally, and look at the joy for Chochuwong. Well, you never really knew until right at the end who was going to win the match. 62 minutes for the victory. 15-21, 21-11, 21-18 in the deciding game. Well, coming up next, it's a repeat of the All England final. It's a repeat of the Yonex Thailand Open final a couple of weeks ago. It is Dichapon Puavaranukro and Sapsuri Rattanachai, the number 3 seeds from Thailand, up against Praveen Jordan and Melati Daiva Oktavianti of Indonesia.